Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Planet for Tech. I hope you all are doing great and learning lots by watching all the continuous episodes of the series PHP Beginner to Master. So guys, till now we have completed 26 episode and today in the 27th episode, I am going to describe you PHP form handling. So today we are going to learn how we can handle the form data and how we can store it in a database or how we can manage it so that we can use this concept in our project. So let's start it one by one. So we are going to understand get and post methods to submit the form and to save the data in a database. So for that we are going to use MySQL database. So let's start it. So for simplicity, I'm going to create one HTML form, and in that I'm going to have the few fields, and that fields I'm going to put some data, and on that data I have to store it in a database. So here we are going to understand the concept of PHP form handling as well as we will use the MySQL functions to store the data in a MySQL database as well. So let's see how it should work. So first of all, I'm going to create one file here. So the file name is I'm going to create is index.php. So in that I'm going to have the particular form. Let's suppose we are going to have the one inquiry form and we are going to store that inquiry in a database. So first of all, we need to have the HTML tag as we know all. So this is the HTML tag as you all are aware about this. So let me reduce the font size because it's taking lots of space in the screen. I hope it is visible to all. So here we have the title. Let's make it inquiry form. And now we are going to have one div, and in that we are going to have the form tag. So this is form tag and the action method. Let me skip it for now, and we are going to have the label. So label is nothing but the name, and after that we are going to have input field. So this is type text, and guys, this one you have to make a note. Every input field must have the name property. Then only you can post it with the help of post or get method. So here we have to give the name as a name and placeholder if you want, you can give, otherwise it is not required. And in the similar way, this is for what the name purpose and going to take another label. That label is let me make the one deep so that we can have the clear uh, division. So you can see we have this part. This div is for name. This is for, you can say, we can take the mobile number as well because it is inquiry form. So we are going to take the related information here. So here we can have mobile number, and similarly we can have here. I'm not focusing on the designing UI part because my purpose is just to show you how we can handle the form data and we can save it in a database. So let's see it one by one. So here we are going to take the email ID, here email ID, and the type we can have email because there is a email type available in input. And after this we are going to have, so at last we will have one field for storing the database. We will have the field for message storing. So here we can have message box. So this time we are expecting more than one line message. So we should have the text area here. So the text area we have taken, the name is what the message, and here we can have the text area like this. And at last we are going to have the input field submit. Type should be submit, and the name is what submit, and there should be one value. This is the submit button. So let me show you how this is looking like. So you can see this way it is looking like. So let me have one style sheet so that we can make it a bit clear. So we need one more space for every input. So we need to use some style sheet. So for simplicity, I am going to put one class that is simple form element like that. And for this class, we are going to have the style sheet so that we can make it a bit clear. So this way, you guys, we can have the class for every div element like this. And for this form element, we can have the style sheet CSS. So I'm going to use internal style sheet here like this way. And margin, we can have margin bottom. We can have 5 pixel. Now let's see the look and feel of UI. So this is bit changed. Okay, we are not going to pass more time in this decoration part because we have to understand the concept of form handling, not the UI part. So this way, guys, you can see we have this form, and here we are going to put the name, like whatever name we are going to give here, Ramesh mobile number, whatever mobile number you want, you can give, and email ID demo@gmail.com, and message demo message. So once I submit this form, you can see all the values are showing in the URL bar. You can see this is the address bar. So here we can see the name, mobile, and what all the input field we can see there. So this is because we have not specified like at the time of form submitting what method it should use. So here you can see this form tag will have the property method. So if we are not specifying any method, it means by default it is taking the method of get method. So we have two type of methods here. One is a get method and the post method. So this is the get method and another is what post method. So if we are not specifying this particular property, it means this form is taking the get method. So the default method for form submitting is what get method, but here we have to use post method first, then after I will show you the example of get method as well. So get method is you can say the less secure because all the information we are submitting here that is showing in the address bar. So we are going to take the method as a post. So in the method property, we specify the method as a post or get. So post is more secure as compared to get. So that comparison I will describe you. And here we are going to understand first the post method. And in the action property, we have to specify the name of the form handler file, like which is going to handle this in PHP input tag, and it will take the value from there and it will process that value. So here I'm going to pass the name of the file only. So let's suppose here I'm going to create one file inquiry form handler dot php like this. So this file we need to create first because whatever data we will submit from there, that is going to be posted into that file. So this is the file we created here, and here we need to the PHP tag. So here we are going to receive those values here. So first of all, we will check like form is posted or not. So for that we will check is set dollar underscore post. So it will check like the form is posted using the post method. Otherwise we can say echo there is no, or we can say form not submitted. Form is not submitted properly, like this we can have. So let me show you. Here we can say the form is submitted, form data is coming like that. Just for demonstration I am showing this. So let me show you in the browser. After putting here details, image, mobile number, and the email ID, demo message, like that. So you can see the form data is coming because we have used the form submit method post. So it is coming under this if category. So now we have to receive all those values one by one in the variable, and after that we have to submit this data to the database. So let's see how we can do that. So we need variables for every field like name. So here we have to take the name is coming from the post super global array. So whatever we are submitting, that is coming as a array form in a post super global array. So this way we are receiving the name and other fields also we can receive it here, like mobile we have created, and the similar way we have created other variables. So here you can see we have received all those four variables. Now we have to save it to database, save to DB. So for that we need to create one MySQL connections. Then only we can have this data to in that particular table. So we will create one database there, and in that we are going to have at least one table that will be the inquiry table, and we'll have the four fields in that particular table. So let me create one database for that. I hope you can see my screen. So here I'm going to create one database, demo inquiry, like that. And in that database I'm going to have one table at least. So let me create one table. So name of the table is inquiry, and here we have to specify the fields, like what columns we want. So every column we have to give. So the first column is by default, it should be ID, and the it should be data type should be int, and it should be auto incremented. So I'm passing like that. For simplicity and light to use, I'm using the dbehavior. So guys, you can use the PHP myadmin and other MySQL tool. The second column will be what? The name, and the next column we want the mobile, and the similar way we want the next column, that is email ID. Sorry, it is the wrong name. So let me rename it first. Now we are going to have the last column, that is what? The message. So we can make it text because we are not sure like how many characters will be there in that particular message. So we are increasing the type by having the text here. So this way you can see we have done. Now the ID we can make it the primary key. So for that we need to have the constant. So here I'm going to have the create new constraint. So ID column I'm taking selecting here to make it primary key. So you can see it is the primary key it becomes. Now let me save it. So it is saved. Sorry, it is showing some error. So it should be auto incremented, that is why it is showing like that. One moment, let me make it. So here you can see we have created this table. Now we are going to insert data here in this particular table. So for that we need one MySQL connection here. So I am going to create MySQL connection file here, and in that we are going to have this particular MySQL connectivity. So let me create one file here for connection purpose. So that I'm going to make the name as connection.php. So here in this file we are going to have the connection for related information, like $con connection, and we are using the MySQL uh, library. So MySQL we are using here. So in that we have to pass three things. The first thing is what? The name of the host, that is what? Local host. And the second argument we have to pass, that is the name of the user. So for me it is root, and the password is blank for me, and the last one we have to pass as the name of the database. So we have used the name of database is what? It is demo underscore inquiry. So this is the same we have to pass there. We have to make it demo underscore inquiry, and once it is done, so then after we have to call it. So here we have to use MySQL like connect function. Once it is done, then after we have to check it like the connection is done or not. If it is done, so we can have the query and we can execute that query. Let me show you. So here if we want to check like this connectivity is successful or not, we can have the one if condition like that. So here you can see the first of all we can check like the connection is successful connected or not. So this way we can have connectivity. Let me show you how it work there. So here we have to include that connection file, include once. So here we have to include the connection file, icon.php. So this is connected. Now we can see this is working or not there in that particular page. We have to reload it first. We just reloaded and we can see there is no message. It means it is working properly. If we are giving the wrong information in this particular connection part, let's suppose I'm going to have the password 1234 like that, so definitely it is going to give us the error because the password is not at correct. So here you can see it is giving like this error, access denied for the user root. This is because of the region we have given the password, and the password is not allowed in this particular configuration in my local host. So if we are giving correct information, so definitely it will go to the else part and it is working there. So now the part is what we have to use this particular connection to save the data in a MySQL database. So for that we are going to use this MySQL insert method there. So here in this part we have to create that query. So for time saving purpose, I just copy paste that particular query here. So here we can have the insert into the name of the table is what in query, and the field name we have to pass like what field we are passing here. The field is what the name, and the second field is what mobile, and third field is what email, and the last field is what message. So these four field we have to save the data. So we have this data here with us. So this data we have to pass there like this. We have to uh, concatenate this particular data here like this way, and the email as well, and the last field is what the message, dollar message, sorry. So you can see we have prepared our query. So this query is what insert into inquiry and the name of the column. And after that, in the same sequence, we have just passed this value and we are going to execute this query. So here we have connection query. So this connection variable is coming from this connection file what we have created there. So here we are going to execute. Once it is executed successfully, so it will say like true. So new record created successfully. Otherwise, we can have the error if we have the error. So new, you can see. Let me change the message here so we can have the other message. So message I changed, inquiry submitted successfully. Now let me show you this is working or not. So you can see it is showing inquiry submitted successfully. So we can see the data in the database there. Let me refresh it. So you can see the data is there inserted in the database. So let me show you one more try here. So just go to the particular file here. I'm going to save the new data. This time I'm going to have Sunil and mobile. We can have anything, and email demo at fish demo at gmail.com. Let me have Sunil, not demo, because we have already used this one. And the message, demo message. After submitting, you can see it is showing inquiry submitted successfully, and we can check the data here in the database. So we can see the data is inserted properly. So this way, guys, you have to use the post method to submit the data in the database with the help of PHP and MySQL, and the form is created using the HTML only. So guys, if you want to use the get method, so simply you have to do what either you can pass here as a get method, or else you can remove this particular property, and it will by default take it as a get method. So let me show you that one again here with the help of get method. So here you have to notice the URL part. So this URL part, it is going to show the data what we are going to submit. So this time you can see, let me show you once again. I'm going to have other data, Mohan mobile number like that, and email ID mohan@gmail.com, and message demo message. So this time you have to notice this URL part because all the data is going to be displayed in the URL. So you can see it is showing there. So this time the name is not coming, undefined index name. Wow, this message is coming because of we have used there in this particular inquiry form handler, we have used the post method. You can see here. So that is why that error is coming. So what we have to do, we have to use here, instead of post, we have to use get. Then only it will work. Otherwise not. So let me make it get, because we are using the get method. Now this time you can see it is inserted successfully. So here you can see one thing, that is whatever data we are passing, that is showing in the address bar. So this is the part, like you can see this is not that much secure like in case of post. In case of post, the data are not showing in the URL, but in case of get, it is showing there. So this way, guys, you can use either get method or post method. It's up to you. But the comparatively point of view, post is more secure than get, and you can submit, you can upload the file with the help of post as well. So this is the difference between the post and get. And this is the MySQL part we have already covered. You can see here. So for this episode, this much, guys, and in the next episode I'm going to show you how you can handle the form, or how we can submit the form using the Ajax method. So thank you, guys, thank you for watching.